What is the American dream to you? James Truslow Adams coined the phrase American dream in terms of upward social mobility and equal opportunity to achieve success and fulfillment in American life and culture. The people who originally colonized America as a nation were fleeing lifestyle persecution and challenging those in European authority who dictated social order. Believing they had a divine right, the concept of manifest destiny led them to conquer a wilderness already inhabited through slaughter and warfare, and to force those against their will to labor in a foreign land without benefit. We, as Americans, use the term founding fathers to describe the beneficiaries of these events because, in all reality, the mothers and daughters brought with these men were under subjugation as well as the indigenous people and African slaves who were destined to populate North America. The struggle for the American dream is quite real for the citizens of this country that are not white Protestant males. Sometimes, the example of escape that the colonists demonstrated becomes the true American dream. Josephine Baker, a woman of African American as well as Native American heritage, was denied education and privilege in her social standing as an American girl in the early 20th century. Like many American females who lacked opportunity in intellectual circles, Josephine found that using her charisma, body, and voice was a vehicle for significance, change, and impact on culture and societal restriction. As a dancer in a highly racist and segregated atmosphere, she used comedic exaggeration to invade the hearts and minds of even the most dour white American audiences, and was invited to tour Europe as part of an all-black entertainment troupe. While in Paris, the absence of segregation and racism welcomed the young woman, and the Parisian art scene's affection for what is referred to as primitivism inspired an act with Josephine that eventually ensconced her in the nude, except for an erotic and metaphorically emasculating skirt of bananas. She became an overnight success and was dubbed the richest and most famous black woman in the world. It was many years before she returned to America, and events that took place when she did reminded her of the racist life and culture she had left behind. She was inspired to give up her American citizenship, adopting France as her permanent home. Josephine joined the French resistance during World War II and received a Medal of Honor for her efforts, as well as insisting that the audience be unsegregated while entertaining Allied troops at American military request. During the 50s and 60s, she was a major civil rights activist in America, as well as an accomplished recording and cinema star, until her presence became too intimidating and the press attacked her during the Red Scare, and ultimately her visa was revoked. She did return to entertain in America later in life, but never resided there again. In Paris, Josephine continued realizing her American dream by adopting over a dozen children from all over the world and forming her own symbolic nation that she called her Rainbow Tribe, illustrating that prejudice is taught and that peace within diversity is possible. Just like the Americans who enslaved and dislocated her ancestors, Josephine found freedom in escaping authority and persecution in order to attain fulfillment.
A national and communal dream. Artists are understanding that their mobility, their agency, their capacity to participate really turns them into activists and artists folded into one. We're all called to participate or not.
The line is drawn, the curse, it is cast, and the slow one now will later be fast. And as the times are rapidly changing, the first one now will later be